Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We are back again with another banger. We have another banger on US oil. I told you the strategy, the Alchemist strategy works on each and every tradable instrument or asset out there. So do not be held back thinking that, oh no, now this one works only on Forex pairs, it does not work on others, and it works on Bitcoin, that is cryptocurrency, it works on commodities, it works on oil, it works on gold, it works on anything as long as it has a chart, candlesticks, and a line chart. You're good to go. So now we have US oil, and I told you about the storylines. I'm going to show you that this happens almost each and every week, but it is not easy to identify it. Why? Because simply we are used to something which is direct. So when the market changes something a little, we tend to backslide, and then we don't know what is going to happen next. So this is what we used to. This is the textbook format of that QM buy, like this, and then we shoot up. That's the textbook format for the QM buy. Same thing for the sell. If you can just invert the scale, this is the same thing for the sell. We come down, go up, come down, go up, break here, and then when the retest, we take a trade from the shoulder to the head, and then we shoot it down. That is what we used to. However, the market has known, or the market movers has known, that that is what we know. So what do they do? Sometimes they give you something like this, something like that. Go up, come down, go up, come down, and then this short one, and then a retracement, and then shoot up without giving you an entry. Sometimes they put it on the level of this one. They be the same. Come down, go up, come down, go up. When you come down and shoot up before you enter, so it looks like someone doesn't want you to enter the market because they know you have mastered the art of winning, and they might know you've got a winning strategy. So what do? They sweep the market early before you think of entering. So whenever you see something like this, that is when you think of entering. The moment you see the price coming to make a right shoulder, guys, please run, because you know, first of all, already the weekly has told you a rejection. You're anticipating a buy. The daily is not giving you a proper straight line, but it is giving something that looks like a straight line. It is giving you another shoulder on the level of this shoulder. So guys, if you can see a demand zone, just take your trade and pray to God that price doesn't do what it normally does, chasing away new traders from the market, calling Forex a scam. So we are again on the creation of the storyline with different price actions, because we don't want you to be strictly tied on one price action. And also guys, the Alchemist strategy is a little bit complicated with a lot of things, but what you want to do is you want to weed out all the complications that are involved and get something small out of it, what you think will work for you, and then follow that day in, day out. It is going to be your holy grail. It is going to be your holy strategy that you're going to be using. I'm not saying that it's going to win all the time. Sometimes you're going to lose, but the times that you're going to lose are going to be minimal compared to the times you're going to win. Also, the times you're going to win are going to be giving you more risk to reward compared to the times that you're going to lose. So even in that way, even if you lose 4 or 5 times, you're still going to be profitable. Also, in most cases, you're going to lose like 30% and win 70% of the time. But when you're losing 30%, most of the 30% you're going to be losing, it's going to be because you're careless or impatient. You're not waiting for the straight line to materialize such that you can take the trade. So I don't want to talk more, but before we jump to the charts, we always have to subscribe to the channel. So guys, first subscribe to the channel, and then we shall proceed to the chart, and then I can show you how the straight line is created. Subscribe guys. Okay, I hope you're done with subscribing. So now let's proceed to the storyline. So this is US oil, or some people call it crude oil, and this is the weekly time frame. A recap on the Alchemist strategy: we identify a rejection on the one time frame above, and then we go for a storyline on one time frame below. For example, when you're on the monthly has to reject, then you come to the weekly to wait for a storyline. When you're on the weekly has to reject, then you come to the daily to wait for a storyline. When you're on the daily has to reject, go to the 4-hour for a storyline. When the 4-hour has to reject and go to the 1 hour for a storyline. So it simply means when you want a storyline on the weekly, you wait on the monthly rejection. When you want a storyline on the daily, you wait for a weekly rejection. When you want a storyline on the 4-hour, you wait for a daily rejection. When you want a storyline on the 1 hour, you wait for a 4-hour rejection. Simple. This strategy is fractal. It works across all time frames. So now, why do we start on the weekly and not the monthly or the daily? It's because the weekly gives us a balance between not waiting for long, and having a high risk to reward ratio, and that by that I mean giving us more pips. But of course, we are seeing traders. That means we are not going to hold trades for only 2 or 3 hours and then we are out of one day. You're going to hold trades for more than 2 days and beyond. That means we are going to use the monthly, weekly, daily time frames for analysis. Okay, so now let's proceed. That was just for the newcomers on the channel. So on the weekly, what do we see? We saw this week rejected, price went up, tried to move up, it did not go far, it came down. This week also rejected, the previous week rejected. So now after this week rejecting, we go to the daily to start looking for a storyline. Remember, this week has rejected and closed as a rejection. So we go to the daily to look for a storyline. So when we go to the daily, what do we see? Remember, this is a step-by-step guide. If you follow what I'm teaching you, you'll be able to trade all these markets. So on the daily, Alchemist is very easy. On the daily, what do you see? This was the other rejection of the other week. Price tried to go up, went down, went up, but it didn't have momentum, so it came down. When it came down, it made a low, a high, a lower low, a high, and then it broke out. Then it has been going up to here. And guys, I want you to see one thing on US oil. The moment you miss an entry on US oil, you're not getting another entry. The moment you miss, it only gives one entry. With US oil, you only get one entry. So if you're not well cognizant of your entry models, you're going to miss a lot on the entries on US oil. It has good pips, but the moment you miss one entry, that entry it gives, there is no any other entry. What you can do is that now, for example, like from here, you know that it has now set off, it is going after breaking all these highs here. So you just enter from here randomly. So this is a very high bullish momentum. This candle has no wicks up. That means the sellers were present up to the closure of that day. So you just enter. The stop losses have to go down here. That's not where the problem is, because the risk to reward will be so high. So you enter, put the stop losses down here, and pray that it continues up, because US oil, this is total madness. The moment you miss an entry, it is gone. Okay, so on the weekly, back to the point, on the weekly there's a rejection. On the daily, we are going to wait for a bullish breakout, which we call the storyline. Okay, so now what do you see? You see lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, lower low, and then we shoot up. If you don't see it, come to the line chart. It is always clear, guys. Real price action is in the line charts. The candles only tell you the story. They tell you how much volume has been traded in that area. They tell you what is happening around that area. Is it an indecision? Are buyers in control? Traders are in control, or sellers are in control? But the real structure is in the line chart. So this is like a head and shoulder. If you can see it, this is a head, this is a shoulder, this is a head, this is another shoulder. So the moment you see that price has come up here and trying to come back, that is where you drop to the 4-hour to look for to look for demand zones to buy from. You see, it is easy if you know it, but if you don't know it, it is hard. And if you're like me, you've already seen a demand zone to buy from, and I told you with Alchemist you only get one entry. Don't get many entries, only get one entry. So now, where do you see the demand zone? It is here. That's kind of before the impulse. There, we can go to the 1 hour and refine it. This is broke the structure here with the rally, basically. Let's put the stop loss at the lower low. Okay, so we come back to the 4 hour. Come back to the 4 hour, place our buy limit. That is 50 pips, that is $500 2 years oil, and then we are targeting 5,000. That's 50 pips, targeting 500 pips, that is 5,000, that is $500 to 5,000, which is a 9.7%. Why are we targeting this area? Let's go to the daily and I show you. This is the demand zone that is near here. Demand zone that is near here. So it will only be ideal if you put it around here. Your target, that is a 1:8, and then hold your trades. US oil is always going to give you pips, guys. You will always get pips on US oil. You just have to be patient and know where the trades are. So it is that simple. That is all, guys. So right now we have hit the demand zone and it's like you're retracing. I don't know, maybe come here and make a left shoulder on the daily. See, this is a shoulder, this is a head. Now this whole thing becomes a head, and this one makes a left shoulder on the daily, and then we shoot him up. So that is all, guys. If you've not understood the video, just watch it again in slow motion, and kindly subscribe to my channel. Also like the video, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's help the channel grow to more subscribers. For now, that is all. If you like the video, you can also share. That is all. Bye. See you next time.